When I was reading Genesis chapter 26, it all sounded super familiar. It turns out that Genesis 26 is very similar to Genesis 20, but the main difference is that now the main character is Isaac instead of Abraham. So let's get right to it and talk about Genesis chapter 26. I'm pretty sure you're all familiar with the term like father, like son, which I will be using a lot in this video. And this just means that the son's behaviors or qualities are very similar to their dad. And the perfect example of this is Isaac, who lived and experienced very similar things to his dad Abraham. So just like Abraham, Isaac obeyed the Lord, and he was greatly blessed by God. And during this time, there's a famine in the land that forces Isaac to move, just like Abraham. And of course, Isaac does exactly what his father did 90 years before. He tells everyone that his wife Rebecca is actually his sister. Because like father, like son. But just like Abraham, Isaac gets caught. King Abimelech is chilling. He looks out the window and he sees Isaac and Rebecca acting not like siblings, but like husband and wife. They were all romantic. And that's when King Abimelech realizes that he's been lied to.
You lied to me!
But just like Abraham, Isaac had no need to lie. God was going to make sure that Isaac, his wife, his family, everyone would be safe. Yet Isaac lies, just like Abraham. Because like father, like son. And just like Abraham, God protects Isaac even though he lied. So now you may be asking yourself, well, why did Isaac do exactly the same thing as his dad? Didn't he know that this was just going to go horribly wrong?
It's a bad idea!
Well, Isaac was going through his own process of trust and faith in God. Then God starts blessing him like crazy. Isaac reaps 100-fold during a famine. Everyone was probably hungry and the land wasn't producing much, but for Isaac, the land produced abundantly. And Isaac becomes extremely wealthy and prosperous. So since Isaac was so wealthy, so blessed by God, the people that lived there were jealous and they envied Isaac.
So jealous!
They envied his flocks, his herds, his servants. He was just so rich. And even the king calls Isaac and tells him, you know what, man, you have to leave our land. Just get out. You're way too powerful. And just like his father Abraham, Isaac is feared because everyone can see very obviously that God is with him. So just like many years before, King Abimelech comes to make a treaty with Isaac because he sees that God is with him and he wants to make sure that Isaac will not harm him or his people. Because like father, like son. This story teaches us so much. Once again, when we learn to depend on God, everything goes perfectly. Even if there's famine, even if there's all these problems going on around, when you have your trust and your dependence on God, you will reap 100-fold in a famine. You will be prosperous even though every odd is against you. And people will notice. People will notice and see that God is evidently with you.